Okay, so what is the height of the London Eye?
I haven't...
What is the height of the London Eye, Minister?
I don't know the height of the London Eye.
So you would fail the test?
I'm confident that I would be able to pass the test, absolutely. I'm a proud Brit, I've served the country, I've been to war for the country.
Could you just tell this committee what relevance it is to anybody who wants to integrate in this community to know what the height of the London Eye is?
I don't disagree, and this is where, when it comes up again in 2027, if I'm still in post, even if I'm not, I will take a keen interest in making sure this is right and that it does reflect what people need to know when they're living in the country.
Well, I can tell you one thing, this committee will still be here in 2027 and will follow you up on that. Absolutely. Lord Bark.
We wanted our views. Why don't you scrap it altogether and spend that money, or whatever resource there is on it, on having better citizenship ceremonies? I mean, really important. You said so yourself. The act of citizenship is a really important thing. I think we all agreed on that. Wouldn't that money be much better spent on something that's been, as the chairman has said, derided up and down for a long time now?
Chair, can I just clarify, that's not a committee's view, that's Lord Barks.
I express my view.
I take your point. There's of course a contract in place. I'd like to make it better if there's an opportunity to do so in the future.
Can I just ask,
Just Lord Moores first.
Okay. Yeah, sorry to... I'm a bit baffled by something. Something I should have mentioned earlier. So you mentioned in relation to this cohort of ILR, and we should say that they are very much in the firing line, but this cohort of people are providing, need areas in our economy, the NHS, care, hospitality. Some of them are creating jobs. Now, they're much younger than Britain as a whole. They are far, far less likely to claim benefits than Britain as a whole. And they're very economically active and don't tend to use the NHS. Now, how can that turn into figures which show that there...
A heated debate has taken place in the Parliament of the United Kingdom about one of the most important requirements for immigrants who want to settle in the UK. It's called the Life in the UK test. This test is supposed to measure how well immigrants understand the British history, cultures, and values. But during this recent discussion, some members of the Parliament discussed and questioned whether the test actually makes sense. At a point, one of the ministers struggled to answer a direct question about the purpose of this test. So, what exactly happened? Let's break it down. The Life in the UK test is required for people applying for indefinite leave to remain. This test contains 24 multiple choice questions about the UK history, tradition, politics, and culture. Applicants must score at least 75% to pass. The idea behind this test is to ensure that immigrants understand the society they are becoming part of. During discussion, the Parliament of the United Kingdom, some MPs raised concern that the test may not actually measure meaningful integration. Critics argue that many of these questions focus on historical, tribal, or facts that even many British-born citizens may not know. For example, questions can include topics like historical kings and battle, specific cultural tradition, and old political events. However, critics believe and says that this test is needed to be updated and redesigned. Some immigrant expectants towards this exam may find it difficult, and some may also find it easy to do. Some MPs want the government to examine whether the current questions are still relevant in the modern British. So the big question is, should immigrants still take the life in the UK test, or should the system be changed? Let me know your opinion in the comment section. And if you enjoy this news, analysis, immigrant updates, and the global political stories, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. And I will see you on the next.
A system that's fair as well. So it has to benefit Britain and our country economically, but of course that fairness has to be built in. So we're looking at all of that within the consultation.
I think my point is the British public might start disliking them if they think they're a massive fiscal drain when the facts are actually showing that they're a net fiscal benefit.
We have to be transparent in the decisions we're making, and we are talking about the economy here.
Baroness Buscombe, then Baroness Hughes.
Thank you. Just a really quick one. I can't remember how
Committees received, and many people are particularly concerned about those people who are very close to getting ILR, who now will have to wait a very long time. Presumably, as a result of the consultation, you envisage there will be some leeway for people who are perhaps within the last year or 2 years to getting their current 5 years, so they will still be able to continue, or do you think it will be a very hard decision?
There has to be a line drawn, and wherever you draw the line, there will be others close to it. A lot of the transitional arrangements, etc., have just been consulted on, and we are working through that. We've seen around 200,000 responses to this consultation, so it is vast, but we have started working through that. We're working through recess, for example, to ensure that we fully understood what's coming back, and of course there's a lot of work going on about
When
that.
can we expect a decision?
In the coming months, we will say more. Sorry, that's very much a political answer, but it's only because I wouldn't want to put a specific date on it and then let you down. But look, as Minister, my consultation hasn't ended, and it won't end until all the decisions are made. So I'm in listening mode at all times. I was with the unions yesterday, listening to them, and of course I will listen to concerns that are raised here